It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. We're getting set for kickoff in here. Partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasize what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why that so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Denver. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. On first down, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco, and he'll get forward for a couple. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. They put Kelsey in motion. Third and short. Here's Patrick, and that is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And that'll set up fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Traymon Smith on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
Nix now to throw it here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Second down. Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On first down, right back to Williams. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Off he goes.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Nix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nick. That's into traffic, but taken in.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos move out to a 7-3 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Hardman now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-3 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. That is caught by the tight end. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
A give left side. Here's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Nix to throw.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
On the give, it's Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Chiefs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That's taken in by the running back, P-Ron. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. 3rd and 5. Play action here. Mahomes. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he will score. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now Butker to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will get out in front 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw is Nix. He'll find his tight end, that's Troutman. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now he'll run it. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Nix. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throw it. Nix. He's going to keep it himself. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. Now a 3rd and 2. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man, Troutman. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He connects with Mims. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos start back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this 1st half, and they will kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Mahomes back. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Williams. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. This one to the tight end, Troutman. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Denver first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Trying the left side. Here goes Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 9-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Good blocking, and he's in. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. his second touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kick by Lutz is good. The Broncos will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Hardman now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the carry is P-Rod. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Third and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man. It's Kelsey. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
First down throw, Mahomes. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'll until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will go up by 7.
Broncos 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Williams gets it on the draw. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
He was brought down by Drew Tranquil. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He keeps it himself.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They send Sutton in motion. Here's Nix to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Broncos bringing out their punter. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense, and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Man in motion is Brown. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, Gets the ball out of his hand and results in a completion.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that first down. A gain there of 13 yards.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Throwing is Mahomes. There he goes, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. He connects with Mims. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing, Nix. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down. Back to throw is Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. There's that man again, another catch. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. Here is 1st and goal. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos will cut the deficit to 7. That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Si tú te dices de llegar a ese momento, y cuando te pares, te